Good morning, Namaskar. I am Naveen Sharma. Welcome to Victory IS. Student, I am here with a new video of Mauryan Empire, a very important ancient Indian topic for the UPSC and other PCS exam. So, in this topic, we discuss that how the Mauryan Empire established and how this empire reached in its peanut. Okay, so if you check this map, you realize that a huge India, which known as Akhand Bharat, is part of that empire. And but if you realize these places are not part of this because they have a marriage relationship between these all. So that's why if you check this era, you found that a huge succession they had. Okay. So Mauryan Empire at a time period 322 say 185 BCE. I hope you aware that before Christ era, या BC era, the time is decreasing in decreasing level. The founder of this empire was Chandragupta Maurya. So sometimes the question arises who established this empire. So Chandragupta Maurya was the founder of this empire. Okay. So after defeating the Ghanananda of Nanda dynasty with the help of Kautilya. But what happened? That time India was divided in 16 Mahajanpad, and in 16 Mahajanpad, one Janpad get supremacy, that is known as Magad. Magad was established as a very famous dynasty, Haryaka, and Bimbisar was the founder. After Bimbisar, Raja Shatru got the throne. After Raja Shatru, Udyam got the throne. And this is about the Haryak dynasty. Then Sishunak dynasty arrived. In Sishunak dynasty, we got two supreme rulers, Sishunak and Kala Shok. Okay. And after Sishunak, we got some small dynasties were there. And then we got the Nanda dynasty and established by the Okay, this Nanda dynasty established by the Mahapadam Nanda, and total nine rulers were ruled there, known as the Navnand. Known as Navnand, they were ruled on that dynasty. Okay, last one was the Ghanananda. So he was had a huge army of 2 lakh soldiers and very big area he won. So that's why he become little bit proudy on himself that no one is everyone is only for the praise of myself. So what happened that time? Beta, one university was very famous. Okay, so you realize that this university's pandits were arrived in his court and he donated the amount to them. So the Takshila University priest of that time, yeah, teacher of that time, basically known for the praising of that Karananda. But one person was there whose name was Chanakya. Some people called him Kautilya, or childhood name of that person was Vishnu Gupta. So he arrived there and Gananand said to him that to speak something good about myself, I will give something to you also. Then that person said that I am not here to get something. I am here to tell you something that the Philip, but Philip is the father of Alexander. So he said that Philip is increasing his power and he is making a huge army. Maybe in soon he would attack on India. So we have to make our army strong and we have to defeat all this small state and establish a very huge empire. But Ghananand said that you are a small Sikshak and you are teaching to me. That time the चाणक्य said शिक्षा कभी साधारण नहीं होता प्रलय और विकास उसके हाथों में बसते हैं and that thing given the disrespect Ganelan treat with disrespect of himself and finally he passed an order to remove that Brahman from out of my court. So that Chanakya said that शिक्षक ऐसे राजाओं का निर्माण कर सकता है ऐसे राज्यों का निर्माण कर सकता है जो उसका पेट भर सके. So this was the event. He was basically pushed by the Karananda and his उसकी जो चोटी है वो खुल जाती है and he worship basically took a revenge that till your dynasty not removed by myself I will not ban it. So this is the starting phase of this thing and when he was Chanakya was out from that place and moving, then he found that some children were playing and one person was sitting on throne and he said that the four other rulers are attacked on you. You have to make yourself strong and defeated him in the starting phase. So Chanakya inspired from these words, and Chanakya reached there and that said that I am a Brahman and I want to ask, I want something from yourself. Other boys laughed that we are not ruler, we are just playing a game. But that person who was sitting on the throne, he said that yes, Brahman, what you want, I will give you. You are big respected for me. So Chanakya here realized that this person is suitable for the rulership. So he took that boy and after getting the permission from their parents, he took them to Takshila and giving him so many teachings. And after this teaching, that boy attacked on Ghananda with the help of Chanakya. But firstly, they defeated. But for some time, that Chanakya advised him to work in army of Alexander, who was fighting with the Sindh ruler Porus that time. So for some time he worked in army of Alexander, and here he realized everything that how to motivate army, how to deal with things, and finally after winning Punjab, defeating the Ambhi, Chandragupta Maurya attacked on Ghanananda, and that time Ghanananda was defeated and killed. So finally he got the throne with the help of Kautilya. He was contemporary of Alexander. He was contemporary of Dhanananda and Ambhi. According to Plutarch, Chandragupta Maurya worked in army of the Alexander for a while. According to Greek book, Chandragupta Maurya was known as the Sandrocotus or Androcotus. So in Greek book, how the name of Chandragupta Maurya was written? So it was written as Sandrocotus or Androcotus. So you have to focus on this. Plutarch states that he overran the entire country with the army of 6 lakh soldiers. So Chandragupta Maurya army has 6 lakh soldiers. Who told us? The Plutarch. The sources of this period are Shastra by the Kautilya, compilation of the 15 books, Mirchkatikam, Mirchkatika, it means a clay cart by the Shudraka, and Megasthenes Indica. Peter Megasthenes was the ambassador of Seleucus Nicator, the commander of Alexander, who later defeated by the Chandragupta Maurya. So Megasthenes wrote Indica, and in this Indica he described all the events held in the period of Mauryan, Chandragupta Maurya. Okay. Deepavamsa, Vahamamsa, Ashokvardhana, and Divyavardhana. These were the Buddhist book. They also talk about this era. Vishakdatta Mudra Rakshasa, Kalap Sutra of book written by the Bhadrabahu, the Jain monk. Parshvanatha or Sthaviravali Charitra by the Hemchandra. Raj Trangni by the Kalahana. He also talk about Kashmir. And Natural History by the Palini. So these all books talk about the Mauryan Empire. So Chandragupta Maurya 324 to 297 BCE. But his mother name is Mura. According to some historian, by the name of Mura, the dynasty known as the Mauryan dynasty. But according to some other historian, they were planned to basically keep more, okay, peacock. So that is the reason that dynasty known as the Mauryan dynasty. Somdeva's Kathasarit Sagar and Shamendra's Vritkatha Manjari described him his early life. According to Buddhist book Mahavamsa, describes Chandragupta Gupta was the Kshatriya origin, and the Mahabodhi Vamsa state that he hailed from the Mauryan Nagara, while the Digha Nikaya state that he come from the Mauryan clan of Pipalihvana. But modern historians are believing that this thing may be true or not. Some there are conflict were there. Sanskrit grammatical text Mudra Raksas used the terms Vrishala or Kulhina for him. So according to Mudra Raksas, he called Kulhin. The Mudra Raksas also state that Chanakya swore to destroy the Nanda dynasty, so he deemed Chandragupta from his mother Mura and convert that child into a warrior. Okay. Chanakya taught him, admitted him Takshila and study of Vedas, military arts, law and other shastras also provided to him. And finally they defeated Nanda's ruler and won the Patliputra and declared it Patliputra as Mauryan capital. Chandragupta expanded his empire westward and so Gujarat corroborated by the Junagadh Girinar inscription is talking that the Gujarat is part of the Mauryan Empire. In 305, Chandragupta defeated the army of Seleucus Nicator, the commander of Alexander. But who defeated or not? This thing is not mentioned in any book. But After this battle, Seleucus Nicator surrendered Kandahar, Kabul, Herat, and Baluchistan. So these whole area is given to the Chandragupta Maurya, and return Chandragupta Maurya only given the 500 elephant to him. And Seleucus Nicator also married his daughter Helena with Chandragupta Maurya. So that's why the historian realized that the marriage relationship took place. So that reason they decided that Chandragupta Maurya won. बेटा वैसे भी कोई फादर अपनी बेटी की शादी उससे तो करेगा नहीं जो हार गया हो, है ना? So that's fine. Megasthenes came into the court of Chandragupta Maurya as an ambassador and as a Seleucus Nicator ambassador. Okay. Then beta Chandragupta Maurya won the South India. It was mentioned in the Ashokan inscription and Jain book. He also gained control on the Karnataka. Chandragupta built a vast empire that include Bihar, good position of the Orissa, Bengal, Western and Northwestern India, and the Dakhan. So you realize that how much area they won. Rudradaman's inscription of state that the Sudarshan lake made by his minister of governor Vaishya Gupta. So beta, who made the Sudarshan lake? So it made by the Vaishya Gupta, who was the minister of Chandragupta Maurya. Chandragupta's conversion to Jainism and his visit to the Bhadrabahu's association with the Sravanbel Gola by the Salekna. But as Chandragupta Maurya was the first big ruler of India who accepted the Jain religion, he became Jain monk and ending time he visited to the Sravanbel Gola with Bhadrabahu and here he surrendered his body by the Salekna. But Selekna is very important for you because in modern time a debate is going on Selekna in Supreme Court because in Selekna the Jain monks surrender their body after continuous fasting. So according to some people, this is just a type of suicide. So that's why the debate is going on. So you have to mention the Selekna. The first ruler was Chandragupta Maurya who destroyed his body by Selekna. So beta Chandragupta Maurya won the huge area. After winning this huge area, he became Jain monk and surrendered his state to the his son Bindusar. So beta era Bindusar 297 to 273 BC. He was also known as Amitrochetas or Amitroghat. It means a person who destroy all his enemies. A killer of enemies, yeah, destroyer of foes. Okay. In Mahabhasya, he is Mitraghat and in Greek book Amitrochetas. He was follower of Ajivika tradition. So beta father, his father Chandragupta Maurya, he was follower of Jain religion. His son Bindusara, he was follower of Ajivika tradition, and son of Bindusar, Ashoka followed the Bauddha religion. So that time religion is only a choice of ruler, a choice of a person, not a dynasty following a same religion. So you have to focus on this. Okay, he was follower of Ajivika tradition. So beta you have to focus on that Ajivika tradition started by Makhali Putra Gosal. Makhali Putra Gosal, okay. Bindusara conquered the land between the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal. So a huge area also won by himself. Taranatha, he was a Tibetan historian, stated that Bindusara's Lord Chanakya destroyed the nobles and king of 16 towns and made him master of all. So they are talking about the huge battles and won by the Chanakya for the Bindusara. According to Strabo, Antiochus, Syrian king sent ambassador known as Damichus in the court of the Bindusara. Bindusara demanded the three things from the Syrian king. First is sweet wine, second is dry fruits, and third is a philosopher. So Syrian king sent two things, but he denied to send the basically philosopher. Okay, he sent his messenger to the Western Asian countries. So first ruler who sent his messengers to different countries and tried to make a good relationship with the rest of the world. Then beta the great Ashoka. I hope you are aware with this name. Okay. His title Chakravartin, Magdha Samrata, Maha Samrata, Janpada Dhireshwar, Janpada Stha, Veera Prapta, okay, and Priyadarshin Devnam Piriye. Okay, so these were the titles used by this person Ashoka. In beta Masti and Gujra inscription, the Ashoka name was mentioned. On other places, he was known as Priyadarshin or Devnam Priya. His contemporary king Devnam Priya Tisa of Anuradhapuram, beta Sri Lanka, and Ashoka's descendant Dasharatha, the grandson of Ashoka, also took the same title, Devnam Piriye. So बेटा sometimes the question arise अशोक के अलावा और कौन से रूलर है जिन्होंने देवनाम पीरिय की उपाधि ली? सो दो रूलर हैं, तीसस और दशरथ मौर्य. ओके. In early life, he was appointed as the governor of Ujjain or Avanti by the Bindusara. According to some historian, Ashoka got his throne after killing his 99 brothers, but beta, there have no historical proof which describe it. Okay, focus on this. According to Ashoka's story, Ashoka, when he sent his messengers, he always said that he was the killer of his brother Sushem. So he killed Sushem, it's okay, we believe in it. But 99 brothers he killed, never, there have no event we find it, okay? Ashoka's inscription mentioned that he conquered the Kalinga region during of 8th region of his reign, okay? 13 rock edicts is talking about it. So sometimes the question asked by the examiner, which rock edict talk about the Kalinga war? 13 rock edict. In which year this war took place? So 8th Regan year. This edict states that during his conquest of the Kalinga, 1 lakh men and animals were killed in action. He gave up to the policy of Digvijay and adopted the policy of Dham Vijaya. Okay, so beta you have to focus that Ashoka change. So when he sent his son Mahendra and daughter Sanghmitra to Sri Lanka, he said that I am the Ashoka. People call me Devnam Priya or Priyadarshi. मेरे एक हाथ में फूल है तो दूसरे हाथ में तलवार भी है. So he surrendered the policy of Digvijay and now he followed the policy of Dhamvijay. Both Vahavamsa and Ashok Vadhana state that Ashoka constructed 84,000 stupas or vihars. Okay, focus on this. The Deepavamsa and Mahavamsa give a detailed account of his queens. He was married to the Mahadevi, underline this one beta. She was daughter of merchant of Vidisha, who was mother of the Mahendra and Sanghmitra. Okay. Buddhist text also mention the queen as Sandhimitra, Padmavati, and Tissakhita. Beta Tissakhita, who tried to cut the Bodhi tree, underline this one. Very important fact for you. And Karuvaki. Karuvaki is the only queen which was mentioned in Ashoka's inscriptions. Okay, in Queen's Edict. इसको बेटा रानी का अभिलेख बोलते हैं. This is talking about her life and event of thing. And this is also talk about his only one son, Tivar. So beta, sometimes the question asked by the examiner that Ashok's inscription, how many son names were given? So only one same son name is mentioned there. It is Tivar, and only one queen name is given. It is the basically the Rani. Okay, Karuvaki. I hope so. Have you watched the Ashoka movie? It is talk about the love story of Karuvaki and Ashoka. Ashoka's reign, the Mauryan Empire covered the whole territory from the Hind Kush to the Bengal, extended over the Afghanistan, Baluchistan, and the whole India, including Kashmir and Valley of Nepal. So, beta, sometime you found that many people talk about the Akhand Bharat. So, if anyone is using the name of Akhand Bharat, it means that person is talking about the era of Akbar, era of Ashoka and Chandragupta Maurya. So they're talking about the India, the Akhand Bharata, okay? So Ashoka appointed Dham Mahamatra. So focus on this one to propagate the Dharma among the people, a various social group, including women. 14th year of his reign, he did it. He banned animal sacrifice, regulating the slaughter of animal for the food, and established the dharmshalas, hospitals, and sarais through his kingdom. So, beta, many times we talk about the medieval India, and we talk about the many medieval rulers, just like Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. We talk about Firoz Shah Tughlaq, and we talk about the Sher Shah Suri that they made sarais, hospitals, and they made the many public welfare works. So, beta, previously from them many centuries back, Ashoka did the same thing. So here the question arises, why we not talk much about Ashoka? He banned animal sacrifice, regulating the celestial house. Okay, you have to focus on these all the things. Okay. After that, beta Brahadartha. After that, beta, what happened? After the Ashoka, Kunal got the throne. Many historians suggest that he was the son of Ashoka. And after Ashoka, the Dashrath got a throne. So you have to focus on Dashrath. Dashrath also have the title of Devnam Priya. So after Dashrath, the Mauryan Empire fallen down. Why? Because beta of the policy of Mauryans, because they choose religion according to their choice. So what happened there? The worshippers or religious gurus also stand against them. So if you talk about the Ashoka, both book praise him, so Jain book criticize him. Chandragupta Maurya Jain book basically praise him a lot. So this kind of things were going there. And secondly, the weak successors arrived. So Brihadartha was the last ruler of Mauryan dynasty. He was assassinated by his military commander Pushyamitra Shunga, and a new dynasty, the Shunga dynasty, established. Okay, so now we have to talk about the Mauryan administrative system. So, beta, Mauryans have the Saptanga Rajya concept of state. Saptanga means every state has seven ang, just like our body is there. So, Chanakya in his book Arthashastra talk that just like body we have part, same type of state also have part. First part is king, known as a Swami, then the Amatya, the chief minister, Janpada, the area of including the territory and population, Durg, the fortified capitals, Kosha, the treasury. If you have strong treasury, then you have strong state also. Dandabala, because beta some people can be listen your talk when you have some punishment is there. So concept of punishment they also use. The Mitra means ally state or friend state. So what the archaeological source we got at here, the remains of palaces of Chandragupta have been excavated at the Kumarhar and the Bulandi Bagh. These were the beta recent facts, so you have to focus on this. Number of caves of Mauryan period have been found in the ranges of the Barabar Hills and Nargajuna. But the Barabar Hills basically made for the Ajivkas, later donated for the Buddhist. Stupa have been found in Banaras, Prayag, Kannauj, which were built during the Mauryan period and give us detailed information on the religious condition during the Mauryan period. Middle and late northern black polish were known as NBPW. They were belongs to the Mauryan period. So, beta sometime they give the vessels size types and ask you that which period we talk about. Okay. So if the NBPW word arrived, you will talk about the Mauryan Empire. Statues like that of women of Besnagar and the elephant statue as the Dholi reveal as the indigenous technique of sculpture during the Mauryan Empire. So here we get to know about that how much architectural development we had. Rumi Dei pillar inscriptions, Ashoka visit of Lumbini, talk about exemption of Lumbini from tax. So this inscription is very important for you. Okay, Nigli Sagar Pillai inscription, Nepal. It mentioned that Ashoka increased the height of stupa of Buddha Kona Kamna to its double size. Okay. So, beta, these are the current topics which are also mentioned by the UPSC, and sometimes this kind of questions also arrived. So, beta, when we talk about the major pillar inscription, the Sarnath Loin capital, it was near the Varanasi, was built by the Ashoka in commemoration of the Dharam Chakra Paravartana of the first sermon of the Buddha. So, it described the Dharam Chakra Paravartana, Sarnath Loin. Okay, capital. So basically on the capitals they have some animal statue position is there. So four loins were there. Vaishali pillar Bihar, a single loin with no inscription is there. Sankisa pillar Uttar Pradesh, Lorien Nandagraha, Champaran Bihar, Lorien Arakra, Champaran Bihar, and Allahabad pillar UP. So beta sometime matching question about it also comes. Then beta Ashoka has some famous pillar edicts. So you have to focus on this. So all the notes about the Ashoka and Ashoka's Buddhism spread you got there. So if you watch this class carefully, you got many questions from there. Famous pillar edicts were of Ashoka. Ashoka has seven pillar edicts. These were found in Topra, Delhi, Meerut, Kaushambi, Rampurva, Champaran, and Mehrauli. So, beta Ashoka's Meerut and Topra inscription bought in Delhi by the Firoz Shah Tughlaq. They both are in near near the near the Qutub Minar complex. Okay, you found it. Qutub Minar complex. So, beta then the pillar edits one. Ashoka's principle to protection of the people. Pillar edit second define Dhamma as the minimum of sin, many virtues, compassion and liberty, truthfulness and purity. So beta sometimes people call that dharma and dhamma are same. So beta basically dham means liberty which you can adopt. Okay, minimum of sin that you have minimum of desires, minimum of bad habits you had. The pillar edit second abolish the sin of the harshness, cruelty, anger, and pride. Pillar number four deals with the duty of Rajukas. That was the Rajukas agriculture tax, how they collect, and these things were mentioned. Pillar edit fifth list of animals and birds which should not be killed for some days, and another list of animals which have not been killed at all. There have a two type of list of animals. One animals which killed not killed on specific days, and some animals which no right has to kill. Pillar 6, it is talking about the Dharma policy, and the seventh one, work done by the Ashoka for the Dharma policy. So all the things were mentioned by the Ashoka in his pillar edicts. If we talk about the major rock edicts of Ashoka and their topics, so first major rock edicts is prohibition of animal sacrifice. Second rock edicts related to the measure of social welfare. Okay. Third one is about the respecting of one's parents. Fourth is about the impact of the Dhamma non-violence towards the animals. Fifth one, appointment of Dhamma Mahamatyas. So this is very important. Many times this kind of questions arise. Welfare, measures of efficient administration, peace and balance of mind, faith and tolerance. Details of Bodhi tree in 8th one, ceremony of Dhamma. 10th is Ashoka desire to popularize Dhamma, appraisal of Dhamma and religious tolerance, promoting religious and different faith, Kalinga's destruction and mention of Greek, and nature of all other rock edicts. So, beta, these were the 14 major rock edicts of Ashoka. So, if you get these things properly, these all will help you in your exam. Famous script. Now we talk about the script used by the Ashoka. So beta Prakrit language and Burmese script he used. Basically Ashoka used four script. Firstly you have to write the script. Brahmi, Rosti, Aramaic and Greek. So beta these scripts were also have language part. So first is Prakrit language and Burmese script. We found this in most of the Indian part. Prakrit language and the Crossty script we found in NW Northwest frontier areas. Okay. Mansera and the Sabajgadi. Aramic language and Greek language bilingual script is there. We got from the Lampaka and the Kandahar. Aramaic language and the Aramaic script we got from the Lagman and Takshila. Ashoka was mentioned as Devanam Priya belonged to the god and the Priyadarshi pleasant to behold on his script. Minor edits of Maski, Karnataka was the found in containing the personal name of Ashoka along with the prefix Devanam Priya and Priyadarshi. So at here Devanam Priya Priyadarshi were also used, but the name of Ashoka is also mentioned. From here the people realize that these words used for the Ashoka. The Mauryan period show the beginning of the rock cut caves architecture. So if you check this is the Barabar caves. The Barabars and Nargajuni hills contain several caves which are built by Ashoka and the Dasharatha. The only sculpture ornamentation is a relief carving of the doorway of the cave known as Lomas Rishi cave. That is a Lomas Rishi cave. Okay. Ashoka and Dasharatha donated these caves for the Ajivikas. Okay. So, beta Mauryan currency now we talk about the rupee rupa or Karshapagna Yapana. It is a silver coin. Tam rupa ya mashka. It is a copper coin. Sarvan rupa or nishka. It was a gold coin. Or Sisar rupa. It was a lead coin. silver Panchmal coin of Mauryan Empire within symbols of wheels and elephants we got. So many times this kind of questions also arrive in exam. Okay, mega sneeze the urban administration of Mauryan Empire. We talk about the six committees that Mauryan has six committees to divide the administration. First committee, inspection of industries and craft. Second committee, supervision of the foreigners. Third committee, census. So, beta, first time the census we got about. Fourth committee is organization of trade and commerce. Fifth committee, arrangement of sales and inscription. And sixth committee, revenue collection, taxation and revenue collection. So, beta, many YouTube videos you found which is talking deeply about the Mauryan Empire. But if you check the previous paper or currently UPSC scenario, you found that they are talking about the history link with the modern time. So this class is helpful for you because I link my class with the modern situation and all the topics which maybe UPSC can ask. So you have to focus on this. And after watching this video, if you like this, please be share with your friend. Okay. Next time I will come with a new video. So if you like, please subscribe this channel. Okay. Thank you.